Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods here this morning. How's everybody? Take a look. Take a good look. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 227 days ago, I put that clock down there. It's now football season. We're now down to 250 games. That's it. Period. 255 games. Last night was the first game of the 100th season. 100 years of professional football. And the NFL, boy, did they do it right. You saw them dressed up in like 1920s gear and stuff, They tried to take you back in football. And they even gave us a taste of what football was like when it first started. It was ugly. It was a defensive battle. The quarterbacks didn't really do much. It was a throwback to 100 years. Way to plan that, NFL. Way to plan that. Because that reminds us that football today is a lot different than it was a long time ago. We didn't have the aerial assaults. We weren't allowed to, the receivers got molested going down the field. They got beat up. It was a dirty, ugly, scratching game back then. Now, of course, can't touch the quarterback, can't touch the wide receivers. And yet, somehow, some way, they made it a throwback game. Now, I got to tell you, that game was ugly. I mean, that thing was ugly. It was hard to actually watch that game. I mean, that was almost like watching a Bears-Ravens game. You would have thought that would have been a defensive struggle. Now, don't get me wrong. I love defense. But you do like to see a little bit more action in there. The quarterback played both ways. Now, here's the thing. I always say this because don't judge teams before October. You're going to have some teams that are going to come out 4-0 and look like they're headed straight for the Super Bowl, and they end up losing the rest of the games. Understand that defenses are going to play better early, especially now that teams don't do preseason. The fact that Aaron Rodgers and I don't know if Mitch Trubisky played any games of preseason, that was a preseason game. You could definitely tell they're not sharp, and you're going to see a lot of terrible play these first couple of weeks. But I got to tell you, we're always told that Aaron Rodgers is the difference maker, the game changer, that no matter what, a great quarterback will put a team on its back. Well, I got to say, Aaron Rodgers, who's 18 of 30, 203 yards and 1 touchdown, I don't know that he really put the team on his back as much as the defense put them there. Understand, he got a turnover, an interception for Mitch Trubisky. And Mitch Trubisky, 26 of 45 for 228 yards and 1 interception. Huh. It's funny because we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. I remember Skip, and Shannon. When the Dallas Cowboys in preseason, they played their quarterback. They went on a 97-yard drive. 97 yards. My quarterback, Dak Prescott, who's yet to get a contract, took the team without Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Amari Cooper, Zeke Elliott. Took the team on that 97-yard drive and hit 6 different receivers on the way to a touchdown. I believe of the 4 series that he had, we got 3 scores. Just 4 series. 4 series, we got 3 scores. I remember I didn't watch the fourth quarter, the whole fourth quarter. It was just it just made me sleep. But I know that the Packers punter, I know at that point, had already had 8 punts. But I remember Shannon Sharp, Mr. Ed, saying, that's Dak Prescott just dinking and dunking down the field. Dinking and dunking, dinking and dunking. You know, I've been happy last night to watch some dink and dunk because I got to be honest, that first quarter, looking at Aaron Rodgers, he was dinking and dunking and throwing at people's feet. He was missing players left and right. Now, I know it's only preseason. I know it's only one quarter. But if that had been my quarterback, Dak Prescott, you guys would have been screaming off with his head. And basically, that game came down to one deep pass. That's what it came down to, that they got complete. One deep pass. Other than that, neither of these teams got much going. I mean, rushing leaders, Jones, 13 carries, 39 yards. Davis, 5 carries. Daggone. Davis, 5 carries, 19 yards. Now, maybe it's just that we got two great defenses and they just shut down the offenses, but that was just ugly. So, on with the Cowboys. Now we got the season started. Now that the clock is at 0, I think I'm going to reset it to count down to the Super Bowl because it's kind of fitting that we started that clock with counting down to the beginning of the season, that we should count down to the end. Sadly, though, I think what we're going to find out is it's going to go a lot faster. So our Dallas Cowboys making final preparations practice for the Giants. Tomorrow they'll have a walkthrough. As it stands right now, everybody but Robert Quinn is playing. Everybody. I mean, everybody. Robert Quinn with the 2-game suspension and recovering from a hand injury. They're full strength. They got everybody. You got Dak Prescott, $2 million. The team says we look at him, want him for the long haul. Zeke Elliott says he wants to play his whole career with Dak Prescott. So everybody's saying the right things. We don't know if they'll get the deal done between now and Sunday or not because we got today, tomorrow, and Sunday. But we'll see. The Cowboys have a way of getting these things done seemingly at the right time to get as much publicity as possible. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get that Sunday morning, just for a little extra boost. Amari Cooper. Stephen Jones came out and said, well, we haven't really had serious talks with Amari Cooper about his contract yet. And apparently Amari Cooper's camp is tired of waiting for Julio Jones, and says they're ready to actually deal because, well, they want to go ahead and get a deal done. They're seeing that pie shrink, as they put it. So he's trying to get his thing done as well. So I'm hoping we can get those two done and out of the way and be happy. But I want you to understand something here, because the narrative that we always get from all the talking heads out there is, the Dallas Cowboys can't pay everybody. And there's so many times that they say things that are wrong. We last week were hearing that the Cowboys, Zeke Elliott could be sitting for, the first 8 games, and he'll only come in at the 8th game because he wants to get that year at least. They were so wrong on that, as well as people who email me and tell me that, Zeke Elliott won't be signed, you're an idiot, and things. But understand, the Dallas Cowboys, their front office, you may not like Jerry Jones, but their front office has done some incredible things. Because I want you to take a look at this. I want you to think about what has transpired this offseason. We started out with $45 million in cap space. $45 million. We ended up getting DeMarcus Lawrence signed long term. Well, at least really 3 years, because it's really a 3-year deal that they can let go of. You brought in Robert Quinn. You signed him. You brought in a Kerry Hayter. You brought in a Chris Covington. You brought in a Randall Cobb to add to your mix. You brought back a Jason Witten. You added those guys to the roster. Those 5 guys alone right there. That's major. That's some free agent power. You got three guys on the defensive line. You brought back a Hall of Famer and wide receiver. You got another tight end. You brought in a wide receiver that's definitely going to help you. You did that right there. But wait, there's more. You locked up one of the best linebackers in football to a long-term deal. You locked up another one of your offensive linemen to a long-term deal. You locked up the best running back in football. That's incredible. You started out with $45 million. You know how much we have right now today left on the cap? We got $22 million. We haven't used half of that money yet. See, all these talking heads keep telling you that the pie is shrinking. Oh, the Dallas Cowboys can't pay everybody. Wait a minute. We brought in 5 guys. We signed 3 large deals. And we only used up $22 million? So if they get Amari Cooper's deal done, which is a deal that I thought would have been done actually before Dak's, reason being is his cap number is so high. Here's what I want you to look at, because we're always told so many things that just aren't true. Because you hear these mega deals. Look at it. Tyron Smith, cap number 15. Zach Martin, 14. Amari Cooper, 13. DeMarcus Lawrence, 11. So all of your deals that you end up getting done, you see Zeke Elliott's all the way down here, and you don't even see La'el Collins on the screen. Understand, when they've redone these deals, they've created more space. That's the magic of this front office of the Dallas Cowboys. And that's where you end up thinking that, oh, they signed DeMarcus Lawrence, so there's less money. No, no, no. Because his cap number is 11. Had they kept him on a franchise tag, it would have been 21. And this is where it's advantageous to get Dak Prescott's deal done. Yeah, I know he's only a $2 million hit this year. But when you franchise tag him, the way quarterback compensation is, your cap hit next year will be like $33 million on a franchise tag, if not more, if other quarterbacks sign. Understand, if you get Dak's deal done, you're going to be somewhere in here. And if you get Amari Cooper's deal done, that number will reduce. So you can sign both of those guys, make them happy, stop all the talk and everything about that, get these guys locked up long term if you believe that they are the ones for long term, and with their age being on their side, you have to say yes. So understand, a lot of times the stuff that's getting talked about, well, they're crap. Whew. We'll be live streaming tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, our last live stream before we head on that big old jet airliner to Dallas first morning. We will be there all weekend. We're going to be at Lava Cantina. If you are interested in joining that event, go to cowboysexperience.com. As well as next weekend, we will be tailgating at FedEx Field. Again, you can talk to Cowboys Experience as well if you're coming in from out of town, or you can email me at cowboysmark94@gmail.com. Other than that, guys, I got to go get my day job. I got to get these cabinets installed so I can get back and get all my equipment together so I can get on the road tomorrow morning. I don't think I'm going to get much sleep because I got to leave here at like 3:30 in the morning. So by the time the live stream ends about 10:30, finish packing, why sleep? I'm Mark Holmes. I'll see you guys later.